Ciao Bella, welcome back to Reading with Bella. I'm Christina, and I'm so glad you're here with me today. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. No matter how long you've been here, I always appreciate your time. Now, it has been a minute, and I apologize. I really do love reading out loud, and I love doing it on my channel. I also like the videos because I don't have to edit them. I just put them up there. But I have not done it since January. I looked back at my videos because I was trying to see like where I was, and I was like, oh my goodness, it has been months since I have done one of these, and I know that there are some of you out there that really enjoy them. And please send me an email and say, hey, when are you going to do another reading? Or I'd like to see some more readings, please. I mean, as long as you're gentle about it and you're not like, hurry up and read the flippity-flippin' book. You know, that's what I don't want. But, you know, I mean, if you're curious, you can always send me an email. But I am going to read some more of my Jabberwocky book by Lewis Carroll. Now, this is not just Jabberwocky, the poem. I've already read that part, but this is a collection of works that I bought while I was in New Orleans on a work trip many moons ago. So, actually bought it. I know I've told the story before, but it's been a minute. I bought it at Faulkner House Books in New Orleans. There is a bookstore called Faulkner House that is in a house that William Faulkner used to live in. So, just one moment. I will be right back. I'm back. Sorry, I had my bookmark at the beginning of this section, and then I have my ribbon piece at the part where I'm supposed to be. So I didn't want to start reading something I had already read, and then I have to figure that out later and delete the video and start over, because then I'd be frustrated. So we are in the section, we're not finished with it, but it is Poems for Friends. We're still in that section, but we are reading a little bit more of it. So this is a cipher poem, and I am not going to read the cipher because some of these words, in quotation marks, I don't have the faintest idea of how to pronounce, but I can read you the translation. So this is, if you ever wanted to look it up to see what it looks like, it says Cipher Poem and Translation. So this is the part called Acrostics, Riddles, and a Cipher Poem. So this is the cipher poem. Well, hello there. It's dark outside, so there are cats roaming, so he's being very nosy. Okay, anyway, here we go. This is the translation. It says, "Will you trot a little quicker," said a lily to a fox. "It's gone 11, half an hour, by all the village clocks. And dinner time is 12, you know, and Dolly will be wroth if we're not there to carry round the plates of mutton broth." "Bow wow, bow wow, bow wow, bow wow, come along," said Lily. "Bow wow, bow wow, bow wow, wow wow," Fox said. "Don't be silly." "Don't talk to me of going quick," said Fox, "you howling hound. My feet are done with patent glue that sticks them to the ground. It is my own invention, so Dolly needn't scold. She can't invent a patent glue that's worth its weight in gold. Bow wow, wow wow, bow wow, wow wow, I don't care for Dolly. Bow wow, wow wow, bow wow, wow wow," Lily said. "That's folly." This is a riddle. "Tell me truly, maidens three, where can all these wonders be? Where tooth of lion, eye of ox, and foot of cat, and tail of fox? with ear of mouse and tongue of hound and beard of goat together bound, with hair of maiden strew the ground. Can you figure out that riddle? So this is an acrostic for Ruth Dymes. Round the wondrous globe I wander wild, up and downhill, age succeeds to youth, toiling all in vain to find a child, half so loving, half so dear as Ruth. And then this is to Miss Margaret Dymes. Maidens, if a maiden you meet, always free from pout and pet, ready smile and temper sweet, greet my little Margaret. And if loved by all she be, rightly, not a pampered pet, easily then you may see, 'tis my little Margaret. This is called No, No, I Cannot Write a Line. No, no, I cannot write a line, I cannot write a word. The thoughts I think appear in ink so shockingly absurd. To wander in an empty cave is fruitless work, 'tis said. What must it be for one like me to wander in his head? Hello. You say that I'm to write a verse. Oh, Maggie, put it quite the other way and kindly say that I'm a verse to write. This is called Are You Deaf, Father William? The young man said. Are you deaf, Father William? The young man said. Did you hear what I told you just now? Excuse me for shouting. Don't waggle your head like a blundering, sleepy old cow. A little maid dwelling in Wallington town is my friend, so I beg to remark. Do you think she'd be pleased if a book were sent down entitled The Hunt of the Snark? Pack it up in brown paper, the old man cried, and seal it with olive and dove. I command you to do it, he added with pride, nor forget, my good fellow, to send her beside Easter greetings and give her my love. This is to the Misses Drury. Maidens, if you love the tale, if you love the Snark, need I urge you spread the sail? Now while freshly blows the gale in your ocean bark. English maidens love renown, enterprise and fuss. Laughingly those maidens frown, laughingly with eyes cast down, and they answer thus. English maidens fear to roam, much we dread the dark. Much we dread what ills might come if we left our English home, even for a Snark. This is called Alice Dear, Will You Join Me in Hunting the Snark? Alice dear, will you join me in hunting the Snark? Let us go to the chase hand in hand. If we only can find one before it gets dark, could anything happen more grand? Ever ready to share in the beaver's despair, count your poor little fingers and thumbs, recollecting with tears all the smudges and smears on the pages where you work at your sums. May I help you to seek it with thimbles and care, pursuing with forks and hope, to threaten its life with a railway share, or to charm it with smiles. But a maiden so fair need not trouble herself about soap. This one is called Alice dreamed one night that she left her home in Wonderland, in a house called number 3, Carlton Road. She seemed to be empress of a bellman's band. Patiently the chase she led, running over Tufnell Park, all because a book she read that was running in her head. 'Twas the hunting of the Snark. Sense the theme. This one is From the Air Do They Come. From the air do they come, little voices that tell of boo and of jum, ringing clear like a bell. Even here they repeat, now and then when it's dark, chance will aid you to meet, even here with a Snark. This is called Love-Lighted Eyes That Will Not Start. Trying to see where the next section is. Okay. Love-lighted eyes that will not start at frown of rage or malice. Uplifted brow, undaunted heart, ready to dine on a raspberry tart along with the fairy Alice. In scenes as wonderful as if she flitted in a magic skiff across the sea to Calais, be sure this night in fancy's feast, even till morning gilds the east, Lore will dream of Alice. Perchance as long as years onward haste, Laura will weary of the taste of life's embittered chalice. May she in such a woeful hour, endued with memory, mystic power, recall the dreams of Alice. This one is called Madrigal. He shouts amain, he shouts again, her brothers fierce as bluff King Hal. I tell you flat, I shall do that, she softly whispers, may for shall. He wistful sighed one eventide, her friend that made this madrigal. And shall I kiss you, pretty miss? She softly whispers, may for shall. With eager eyes my reader cries, your friend must indeed be a valuable child, so sweet and mild. What do you call her? May for shall. This is called Anagrammatic Sonnet. As to war tri-elm I tried, the wig cast in I went to ride. Ring, yes, we rang, let's rap, we don't. Oh, shew her wit, and yet she won't. Saw eel in Rome, dry one, he's wet. I'm dry, oh forged rogue, why a net? This one is, they both made a roaring all night. They both made a roaring all night. They both are a fisherman's father's delight. They are both one in fury, a terrible sight. The first nurses tenderly 3 little holes to the lullaby music of shrill screaming gulls, and laughs when they dimple his face with their skulls. The second's a tidy-ish sort of lad, who behaves pretty well to a man he calls dad, and he earns the remark, well, he isn't so bad. Of the two put together, oh, what shall I say? 'Tis a time when to live means the same as to play, when the busiest person does nothing all day. When the grave college dawn, full of lore inexpressible, puts it all by, and is forced to confess he can think of nothing but Agnes and Evie and Jessie. Well, let's see. I don't know that I'll be able to get through the rest of this section. But if I leave a little bit, let me see where this one, oh, that one's long, okay. Sorry, you guys, I'm just trying to see. I don't read this beforehand, so I'm trying to see. Okay, this one is, okay, that's one poem. It's another poem. Okay. Okay. That way I can kind of gauge and know where we might stop, because I don't want to go all the way and then just have one poem for a reading. Okay, this one is called Love Among the Roses. Seek you love, ye fairy sprites, ask where the reddest roses grow. Rosy fancies he invites, and in roses he delights. Have you found him? No! Seek again and find the boy in childhood's heart so pure and clear. Now the fairies leap for joy, crying, Love is here! Love has found his proper nest, and we guard him while he dozes, in a dream of peace and rest, rosier than roses. This one is Around my lonely hearth tonight. Around my lonely hearth tonight, ghosts like the shadows wander. Now here, now there, a childish sprite, earth-born, and yet as angel bright, seems near me as I ponder. Gaily she shouts, the laughing air echoes her notes of gladness, or bends herself with earnest care round fairy fortress to prepare, grim battlement or turret stair in childhood's merry madness. New rapture still hath youth in store, age may but fondly cherish. Have faded memories of yore, up, craven heart, repine no more. Love stretches hands from shore to shore, love is, and shall not perish. This is Poem for Dolly Draper. Dear Dolly, since I do not know of any grander name than Dolly, let me for once address you so, leaving Miss Draper out, although you may be startled at my folly. Day 27th, month the 1st. Rejoice that now you know the worst, and though you may be tall and stately, putting your pride in a moment by, excuse my telling that I remain yours most affectionately. Lewis Carroll. There was not one single period in that whole thing. This is to Miss Marion Terry, Marianne Bessie Terry. The royal M.A.B, dethroned, discrowned by fairy rebels wild, has found a home on English ground and lives an English child. I know it, maiden, when I see a fairy tale upon your knee, and note the page that idly lingers beneath those still and listless fingers, and mark those dreamy looks that stray to some bright vision far away, still seeking in the pictured story the memory of a vanished glory. This is a response to her reply. Maiden, though thy heart may quail and thy quivering lip grow pale, read the bellman's tragic tale. Is it life of which it tells, of a pulse that sinks and swells, never lacking chime of bells? Bells of sorrow, bells of cheer, Easter, Christmas, glad New Year, still they sound afar anear. So many life-sweet bells for thee, in the summers yet to be, evermore make melody. This actually reminds me, of when it says the royal M.A.B. It's all capital letters, M.A.B, and those are her initials, but it reminds me of Edward Spencer's The Fairy Queen, where they have Queen M.A.B, and then in Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream, they reference Queen M.A.B, and then in Romeo and Juliet, they also reference Queen M.A.B. She's a fairy queen. So I think that's interesting that he also says the royal M.A.B, but it's this particular lady that he's talking about. All right, so this one is to Miss Gaynor Simpson. My first tense is aid when you plunge into trade, my second in jollifications. My whole laden finish imparts a neat finish to pictorial representations. This one is for Alexandra Kitchin. My first a drink resembling wine, my second closely follows 9, my third doth sentences combine, my fourth is hung upon the line. My whole's a victim I design to photograph when days are fine. A charade. My first head's all atrocity heart trending, my next to finish it is ever tending, my third in town its merry life is spending, my fourth is the beginning of an ending. My whole is one of those perplexing misses where looks of youth encourage friendly kisses, and yet where age is sober fact and this destruction is two transitory blisses. I'm so sorry, my nose itches. This one is dedicated to a T, and T is T-E-A. Why, oh when? Give tea to my first, 'tis round as a ball, and when stunted and small, I can't spare it at all. Give tea to my second, 'tis quite the best way for concluding delay when you don't want to stay. Give tea to my third, it's a name I assign to plates, pictures, or wine, which is yours and not mine. Give no tea to my whole, it will keep her awake, and her small head will ache, and a riot she'll make, till, for quietness' sake, you supply her with cake. We will finish this page. To my pupil. Beloved pupil, tamed by the addish, subtract, multiplication, division, fractions, rule of 3, attest thy deft manipulation. Then onward, let the voice of fame from age to age repeat thy story, till thou hast won thyself a name exceeding even Euclid's glory. To my child friend, dedication of the game of logic. I charm in vain, for never again I'll keenly as my glance I bend, Will memory, goddess coy, embody for my joy departed days, nor let me gaze on thee, my fairy friend. Yet could thy face in mystical grace a moment smile on me, 'twould send me far darting rays of light from heaven athwart the night, by which to read in very deed thy spirit's sweetest friend. So may the stream of life's long dream flow gently onward to its end, with many a floweret gay adown its willowy way. May no sigh vex, no care perplex my loving little friend. And there we will stop. There's still a little bit more in this section, but like I said, I don't want to get to, so we still have that much left in this section. But we will finish there for now. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please let me know what you think. I will include the playlist for all of these readings to see if you want to continue to listen. You can put them on while you crochet, while you're cleaning the house, while you're going to sleep if you like my voice that much. But it's something to listen to so you can know Lewis Carroll without having to read it if you don't want to. As always, be well, be safe, and be the change you wish to see in the world, everyone. Ciao bella!